Okay, all right. This is my very first altered book that I wanted to share with you. First, two shout outs. One to my son Lee for helping me with this video because I have no clue. And second is to LorriMarie Jenkins, who is a fabulous mixed media artist on YouTube, and I used a lot of her techniques for the pages in this book. And this is how it's displayed, standing up, splayed out, because there's no way it's going to close. And I started with an old book, removed a lot of pages. You'd never know it now, but here is the cover. I used some vegan leather my friend Kim sent me with metallic paint and ink, and I sewed it all together. And some really cute images from the internet, of course. Okay, and here is the title page. I don't know, maybe I'll read it. This book is dedicated to all our dear little kitties. We have loved them so much and shared our home. Some have crossed the rainbow bridge and we miss them. Some are with us now, bringing us joy and laughter every day. So there's lots of paint layers on here, stencils, kitty prints. Okay, our first kitty is Miss Putty. This was before digital cameras, so I didn't have a good picture of her. I just painted her. Lots of layers. The book text under here, LorriMarie calls that underpants. So there's lots of underpants and various papers, paint. And in between, I did kind of an in-between page, not a cat. So this is a suspended heart page. This side I used white gesso and texture paste. And this side I used black gesso. So all you need is love and a cat. And inside this little door with a magnet is Miss Putty's story. My recollections of their life with us. Oh, and Putty also has a little charm on her page. It says Florida, because that's where we got her. And the next kitty is Tigger. Let's see, I think there's also texture paste on here and watercolor, I believe. This is a cutout image, and these are image transfers. And there, he was adopted in 1999. The in-between page here is pockets. And I used a grommet here with sari ribbon to kind of hold these pockets in so they don't tear out. Let's see, there's stamps and stencils, a couple of little kitties that I drew. And then insert, I made these cardboard inserts for their stories too. There's Tigger's story. And then Cheddar is next. And there's Cheddar. I cut out these from fabric. And I think there's texture paste in here. Lots of goodies. The in-between page is a pop-up page. And a little toy mouse in there. Some sticky bling. And these little things, these little paddles, I have antique buttons. I think it was made from a toilet paper roll inserted in between the pages. And this one says me. And this one says meow. And the next kitty, Baxter. There's lots of layers on here. There's some tissue paper, printed tissue paper. Metallic paints. And the in-between page here, this is smooshed up tissue paper. Lots of layers of paint, some gold paint. And the pocket is on the top this time. I think that's Baxter's story with some dingle dangles on there. Okay. And then we come to Sammy. Sammy wasn't with us very long, but he was a real sweetheart. Let's see, stenciled. This is a piece from a paper bag. And the in-between page is vintage images I got from the internet, of course. This you have to make up your own story. Many years ago, 2 girls and a kitten. And the zipper pocket that contains Sammy's story. And then we come to Buzz. Buzz is with us, of course. He's so beautiful. We call him our Hollywood cat. And this is texture paste. And I think chalk pastels with clear gesso to kind of mush it all out. The button. The in-between page is more internet images, of course. Added some wings to her. And this is an acetate window. And again, all these techniques I learned from LorriMarie's YouTube videos. Lots of doodles on this one. And then there's Miss Bella. She's still with us, of course. This is really watered down acrylics, and then you drop alcohol into it. It gives a really cool effect. And then I made a little pocket here. This has Buzz's story and Bella's story in an old envelope that I embellished. In between is just something I drew with lots of layers of paint. And then we come to Zorro. This is when he was fostered by our daughter-in-law, Andrea. And this is when we got him. And there he is now, handsome boy. This looks like lots of jelly print pages and tissue paper. Some doodling. And then there's another pocket page. So I have the... Oops, that one's tearing out. But anyways, made these. These are just cardboard with various papers. And there's Zorro's story. To be continued. And Rusty's story. Lots of layers on here again. And I think some fabric in there. And that's Rusty. This is one of his poses with front legs out, back legs out. Stencils, lots of underpants under there. This is cardboard that I painted. And then I think this is something I printed out. It's from the Book of the Dead, and I used it as a border. And then I just used various images I found that I drew in here, painted. Kind of neat. And here's a really fun page for future kitties. Texture paste. And I think, again, that's using chalk pastels and clear gesso to kind of blend it. And there's some metallic on there. Love that. Here's just something I keep saying just. This is something I drew or painted. And it's textural also, because it's probably smushed gesso on there. And there's scrapbooking pages under there too. There's another blank page with the alcohol inks again. That one's really vivid. This one, I didn't use any mixed media techniques. I painted that. And the kitties look like Rusty and Zorro, kinda. And the last page is really fun. The quote by Leonardo is, "The smallest feline is a masterpiece." And of course we have Mona Lisa. That's just what she needed as a kitty. And other famous paintings. This is a LorriMarie Flippy page. Vincent. American Gothic, and the Scream. And it flips. So that's fun. And again, here's the back cover. There you go, my very first altered book. Hope you enjoyed it.